Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Wednesday, March 30th. Ian Cameron, my final day here in San Antonio, Texas, before heading back home north of the border. Joined, as always, by Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, ready to break down a massive NBA card, 11 games. So let's get right to it. We will start with Denver taking on Indiana. We've got Denver 9.5-point road favorites, 235 the total. I had the Denver Charlotte game on in the Southtown 101 bar the other night. Denver was my best bet, minus 3.5. And boy, do we have to sweat that one out. They squeaked it out by the skin of their teeth. They won by 4 against the Hornets in that game. Now they're laying a much more sizable number, one that I'm not comfortable laying with the Denver Nuggets. We've seen these instances at times where they've kind of played down to competition. The question is, can you trust Indiana enough to be able to do anything about it? We know this team has definitely had a rough go, especially on the defensive end of the basketball court. I would look at the over, if anything, in this game. The total has gone up. I don't know if there's a defensive stopper on the Pacers for the one and only Nikola Jokic in this game. That's always a concern when you look at playing the Denver Nuggets. So rather than a side, I would just look toward probably points being scored with the Nuggets and the Pacers. Skee, what do you think? Denver, Indiana.
Yeah, I got a couple of backwards on this slate, and this is going to be one of them. I could only look at the over.
There you go. But we can only look at it, but not that intently.
Come on.
All right, Dutch, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Hey, real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I'm hitting this playing a trophy wife, and then get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Hey, it feels better to say that in Vegas. I ain't gonna lie. It feels good to say it back in my motherfucking spot. I did have a good time out there in Southtown 101, though. I have a big shout out to Star Child, I Need Money, Jay Peasy, Raz Mob, Mr. H-Town. Had a pleasure meeting you and your beautiful wife, man. Salute to you, my guy. Everyone in the motherfucking chat, share the video, muchly appreciated. But yeah, man, I'm pretty much with Ski on this game. It is a backwood, but I do believe if you want to bet this game, team total over Denver Nuggets. That's kind of what you do when you look at the Indiana Pacers. Wham Bam, you got anything on this game, my man?
Yeah, bro, I'm thinking the same way Ski just said. A lot of the defenders is going to be out or questionable. Isaiah Jackson, you got the other guy, Brissett, one of their main on-bar defenders. They both out. I only think towards the over, and they already ranked bottom 5 in defensive rating with those guys in the lineup. So maybe just towards the over, like you said, Denver team total over. I like that look a lot, but it's backward for me. I'm staying away.
All right, Dallas, Cleveland. Dallas was 3.5-point road favorites, and now they're down to just 1.5 here in this game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. 214.5 the total in this game. Definitely, when you look at the Dallas Mavericks situation tonight, there's going to be no Spencer Dinwiddie. That's the main absence that is prominent for them tonight in this game. He has been ruled out. Still going to have Luka the Don, even though it is a back-to-back coming off the shellacking over the Lakers last night. We'll see if they can keep it going here tonight against Cleveland. But it is a situational scheduling advantage for Cleveland. And to be honest with you, who's going to be more amped up for this game? Probably Cleveland, because they are battling for positioning in a very tight, compact Eastern Conference race right now. These are important games for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Problem is they're not playing their best basketball right now. Far from it. They lost to the Lakers. They got blown out by the Raptors, lost to the Bulls, did beat Orlando, did not cover, though, against Orlando. But situational handicapping 101 says, you probably have to look at Cleveland here as a home dog or you pass. It's just not the right spot for me to jump in with the Dallas Mavericks here tonight in this game. I do have a lean to Cleveland. I really wish they were showing me more in terms of being able to beat quality competition lately, but I definitely think they have a scheduling edge, and maybe that's enough to propel them to victory. So definite lean here, Cleveland, for me in this game. Skee, what do you think here, Dallas, Cleveland?
Yeah, the side, I don't know. With Dallas being on the back-to-back, I know Dinwiddie's out, but I'm still kind of a little skeptical if we see some last-minute anybody else out, maybe Luka or somebody like that. So yeah. I'll leave the side alone. But when I look at everything else, I don't really see a lot of rim protection. But Dwight Powell, Finney Smith, and on the other side, was it Markkanen and Kevin Love? Like, it should be easy baskets at the rim tonight. So I know, like, neither team is really playing that fast, and I think of both of these teams as under teams. But, Mavericks, they play first half overs and then second half unders. I kind of bet them like that. So maybe first half over in this game. Kind of talking it out with you guys.
All right, Dutch, what do you think here? Mavs, Cavs.
Yeah, man. Hey, big shout out to our guy Sam Comer going for number 20 today. And I believe it's going to hit. I like where he's looking, my guy. Running deep. Make sure everybody's following Sam. Enough Flush Allen, you and Kristen. I see you. Much love. But
Yep.
Nasty Nate, my guy. Hey, big time smoker. Yeah, man. Hey, you smoke with me. I will say that. You never pass one out, but I know I won't say the other. I know that. But yeah, man, you smoke. But with all them tools and packs, man, come
You
on,
went
man.
toe
You're
to
a
toe with
professional
your
roller.
Dutch, Nate.
He did.
When you
He
guys
did.
were here. Yep.
He did. Everybody did. And you know what I gotta say about the trip is, I still got my lighter. I came with that bitch with 2 lighters, a motherfucking raw lighter and a blue lighter. I came home with them bitches, man. As much weed as we smoked, as many motherfuckers as I was with. I don't think that's ever happened before. So hey, that's how you can tell I was with some real motherfuckers. But yeah, man. This game, what game are we talking about again? Oh, the Dallas Mavericks. That's right. Hey, Nasty Nate fucked me up. But yeah, hey, shout out to Know Something with the $10 dono too. I appreciate you, bro. Much love. You want to hit that train real quick? Hit the choo-choo.
Thank you, Know Something, for the dono. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All right. So the Mavs, I know Ski said they in a back to back, but like I told this motherfucker this morning, that wasn't no game last. That was a walkthrough against the motherfucking Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They was on cruise control. They didn't really have a game last night. If anything, they got patted on the back and feeling themselves for the way that shit. 82 in the first half. Good lord. I mean, you could do nothing but feel good, waking up feeling good, if you ask me. You got, as long as Luka the Don's out there, I mean, shit, give me the Dallas motherfucking Mavericks. No Mobley on the other side. I do believe the paint is open both sides. I would like to see Dinwiddie out there, but come on, man. The Cavs have been a fade. They're 0-5 ATS last 5, 1-4 ATS last 5 at the house, 1-8 straight up last 9 as an underdog. And then we go over here and look at the Mavs, 4-0 ATS last 4 as a favorite, 5-1-1 ATS last 7 meetings versus these boys, 7-2 against the number last 9 in Ohio. So they don't mind the cold weather. I think they're going to go into Cleveland and handle business. I think it's at 1.5 now. I believe that's good money.
All right, there we go. Liking Dallas, and at least now that I am going to the Grizzlies and Spurs tonight. So with a bunch of people that are still here, so looking forward to that for sure. But now at least you're getting Dallas at a money line range if you like that side. All right, Wham, how about you, Dallas, Cleveland?
Yeah, man. I like the Darius Garland double prop here at plus 105. Whenever we could get plus money at this prop, I think we got to take advantage of it. Just knowing the type of assists that he could be distributing. It can be a blowout, though. I can see this being a blowout. Like my guy Skee said, if Luka's not in the lineup or some of those guys not in the lineup, they could be playing this game not really caring about the seeding, from where they're at, or it may not even be affected, and I'm not sure. So I do like the Darius Garland prop because I do think they take this game serious, at least a lot more serious than what you expected Dallas Mavericks to be. And then plus it's been hitting 6 of the last 8 games. We know he's averaging just about 8.5 assists. I think that, due to the players that he continues to lose, now Mobley out for 3 days, 3 games, I'm sorry. You got to continue to do more. So I like marketing today if you're looking towards the guy that's going to get those assists. I do like marketing. But as far as Derek Garland, double at plus 105, I think it's a lot of value there. So that's a visual play for me in this game. But other than that, I didn't take the side or anything. I just think it's a little bit toss up.
All right.
Hey, Dallas is going for the 3 seed too. My bad, Ian. But if we're talking about seeds, Dallas is right there, I believe, looking at the Warriors to go right in that 3 seed.
Yeah, all of a sudden, look at how that gap has closed. And obviously with the Warriors' free fall, that has definitely helped their cause for sure there. Orlando, Washington, we've got Washington 3-point home favorites, 218 the total. I like the points with Orlando. I see Washington favored, and I say, oh, hell no. I mean, you just can't take Washington when they're laying points. And no Kyle Kuzma tonight either for the Washington Wizards. Significant. Now, Wendell Carter's not going to play for Orlando, so they have a key cog and starter out of their lineup. But I think still, when you look at this number, and Orlando has covered 6 of their last 7 as an underdog. So when they've been catching points, they've actually been very competitive lately, Orlando. Well, Orlando's now going to come into this game and say, hey, we've been competitive lately. We can actually win this game. We can beat this team because we know where Washington is in the standings and how much they're struggling. So I think this is Orlando's spot to finally step up, get a victory. I think they will. I think they'll win the game, but I'll grab the +3 as a nice cushion in case they fall short. What do you think here, Wham? We'll start with you on this one. Orlando, Washington.
Yeah, this is gonna be a backwood for me, bro. Just two teams that I just don't want to be involved with a lot of games on the card. This is just a game for me, easily just to stay away from. So what you think, Dutch? How you feeling about this
Are we
game, bro?
keeping
You
that up
back with
there?
it too?
Yeah, man, I don't want nothing to do with this. I will give a shout out to our guy, Cab, though. Much love. Was out here smoking big, drinking big. Shout out to Eric Jones, Mr. Lucky Power. I see you, my dude. But yeah, this is that Bam Bam Bigelow right here. We have nothing to do with it. Don't tell me you're hitting this shit, Ski. Don't do it.
Hey, you know me a little longer than some of these people, man. You know better than to pass me that.
All right. Hey, after Texas, I don't know. You might hit that motherfucker.
All right, Skee. What do you got?
No, I'm backward in
It's
that.
a backward, bro. Next game.
Next game. All right, here we go. Charlotte, New York. Charlotte 3-point road favorites, 222. The total in this game. Charlotte's taking the money. This is a backwood for me. God, these two teams are just going around and around and around in circles. Look, the Knicks got a great win against Chicago last game. It was a very good performance. But how many times have we seen the Knicks not follow it up the very next game? That's the big issue I have with trusting them here. Also, when you look at the lineup situation tonight for the New York Knicks, it looks like they could be down Evan Fournier, at least with a game time decision for him. It takes a lot of offense off your team, certainly. So that's probably also why the under maybe has gotten pounded as well, even though Charlotte's not exactly a team I'm rushing to bet unders with. So just all around, it is a game that is a tough one for me to make a strong case either side or total. So backwood for me here. Skee, what do you think? Hornets, Knicks.
It's a pretty important game because Charlotte is in that 9th spot, and then the Knicks are in the 11th spot, and they're a few games back behind that 10th spot. So, they really got to win this if they really, want to make the playoffs. And it's a big game for me too because, I got the Knicks to miss the playoffs, so I'm rooting for the Hornets already, and I have the Knicks under their 42.5 wins, and if they lose this one, they cash that. So I'm already invested in the Hornets. I probably won't touch that game. With that said, if I was just looking at it straight up, I'm looking at – I know both teams have been playing well, but last 5 game stats tell me Knicks have been a little bit better in the categories that I care about, like offensive rating, defensive rating, rebound percentage, and they're at the house. So catching points, if it was just a one-off for me, I would take the Knicks tonight. But I'm going to just sit back and, root for my positions.
There you go. Nothing wrong with doing that. Just rooting what you already bet earlier in the season. All right, Dutch, what about you here? Hornets, Knicks.
Yeah, much love knows something. I appreciate you, bro. Jake Little the Snake, man, you're going to have to try harder, you bummy motherfucker. Big shout out to my guy, JB Brown. Mark Nick, I see you, my guy. The Knicks, I like this game. I do. I don't know why, man. Maybe it's because I do feel a little under the weather. Someone caught COVID. Someone say you're sick. I just called under the motherfucking weather. But I like the Knicks, man. I do. I think at home value, I was in San Antonio thinking, the Bulls. And then the more I thought, I was like, man, it's going to be a close-ass, sharp-ass game. And the Knicks handle business. And I think the Knicks will handle business today at the house. Get plus money on them. They're 7-1 ATS. Last 8 versus a team with a winning record. So they do play up to the competition. 9-2 ATS as a dog, last 11, 4-1 straight up last 5, and 10-4 against the number last 14. So my man Ski touched on it in a little bit of shorter basis as well. If you've been backing the Knicks, you've been getting paid. You're getting them as a home dog. I mean, the Charlotte team that you're just like afraid of, got mad confidence in. Not me. I know they've been doing a little bit better on the road, covering really a lot of trends like Charlotte. So I do see why the money has came in on Charlotte as well, but I don't trust Charlotte. I mean, LaMelo's playing better ball, getting a team involved a little bit more. I have noticed, but overall, I still believe they're more of a one-on-one basketball team. I think there's one team that plays defense in the arena tonight, and that would be the New York Knicks. The Hornets are 5-1, 5-11 straight up last 16 in conference, 2-6. 2-6, straight up last 8 versus the Atlantic Division. And I like the way the Knicks are kind of getting back to that grind mode ball. 4 in a row. I believe it'll be 5 in a row tonight. Plus money, Knickerbockers. There's value.
All right, good stuff there. Wham, what about you here with Charlotte, New York?
Yeah, man, I can't mention Charlotte Hornets without mentioning the LaMelo Ball 3-point prop. He's been going over 3.5, 7 out of the last 8 games, man. Like, just at some crazy rates over the last 6 games, averaging 10 attempts, 46% from three, and 4.6 3-point makes. It's at plus 138 at right now at FanDuel. You probably could get at plus 124, I believe, at Bovada in between there. That's a shot for me. I know the defense has been there for the Knicks. They are ranked fourth in the last 5 games in holding opponents' 3-point percentage. But just I think it's going to be a point in time they're going to really start taking. Don't go against these guys. They can be a little bit more flashier, and I think they're going to step up here in the Garden. So I do like the Hornets a little bit, bro. But I like the LaMelo over 3.5 3-point makes in this game as well. That'd be a play for me.
Yeah, and he's been shooting it from long distance pretty efficiently as of late. All right, next game up on the slate, it is Minnesota Toronto. The Raptors 3-point home favorites, 229 the total in this game. Credit to Boston the other night against Toronto, depleted, no Brown, no Tatum. Obviously, the injury to Robert Williams last game out for the season as well. And still, Boston with a very short-handed lineup takes the Raptors to overtime, which just tells you how good the Boston Celtics are playing right now. Even with many of their starters out, they still almost beat the Raptors. So, no, it's been a very, very impressive run for Boston. Toronto, though, survived. That's the main thing. They survived. They got the win in that game in overtime. We'll see if they can keep it going here. I think this could be a tricky spot for Toronto just because they're coming off that overtime game. Now you got to play Minnesota, who's very well rested. Minnesota coming off their own shellacking at the hands of the Boston Celtics the day before. On Sunday, they played Boston, and Minnesota lost 134 to 112. Wasn't a great performance at all. Defensively, they continue to struggle, but they can't put the ball in the basket, that's for sure, especially with Beverly, Russell, Edwards, Vanderbilt, Towns. They've had that starting five intact for a long period of time now, for sure. Of course, the Raptors have gotten Gary Trent, Van Vliet, Anunoby, Barnes, Siakam. For the first time in a long time, the Raptors have their starting five that they would go out with on the floor, which is very good to see. But I do worry about this spot because Boston is a divisional game. You're up for the Celtics. Minnesota's coming off a blowout loss. I think we're going to get an A game from the Timberwolves tonight, especially because they lost at home to Toronto just last month. So if I were to bet this game, I'd actually look to the T-Wolves a little bit here, +3 in this one. What do you think, Wham? Timberwolves, Raptors?
I don't know, bro. I can see the Timberwolves winning, and I like them always in the underdog spot. So I would definitely understand exactly where you're going. But the Toronto Raptors, man, OG Anunoby is like definitely just a big add-on. It's a big difference for the team having him out there. Against Scotty Barnes a lot. Be able to be more loose. He hasn't hit a three in the last 3 games, but we know before that, obviously OG was out. And he's not shooting the same amount of threes over the last 3 games. Three attempts there. But I think he could get one today. So I will be looking to take a stab, maybe a little sprinkle, at the Scotty Barnes over a half 3-point makes at plus money, plus 110, I believe. I would be thinking to do that, but I like the Raptors here, man. I think the Raptors do win. If I think they win, I definitely think they cover. So I'm thinking about taking the -2. I haven't bet this yet, but that's the way I'm thinking.
All right, liking the Raptors, and it's not easy to go against them right now. There's no question with now they've got their starting five fully healthy. That is significant with Siakam and Van Vliet and Anunoby, Gary Trent, and Scotty Barnes. I mean, that makes a difference. Dutch, what do you think here? Raptors and Timberwolves.
Yeah, man. Hey, big shout out to our guy Frankie with the 9.99. Don't know, much love, bro. Appreciate you. And the kind words. Chill, Will. I see you. Jay, this is the last time I'm gonna touch on you. I see you must like suck a dick, boy, because you can't keep my name out your mouth. Man, come on now, bro. Just leave me the fuck alone. Keep it moving. But yeah, this game, I'd have to say, I like the Raptors. I'm right with my man, Wham, Bam, Bigelow. I do think the
fire their
Raptors
ass
are the
up, bro.
play. Yeah, man. I think they're the play, man. I don't know why. I think Ian trying to bring the tattoo back. I see. I figured he would like the Raptors here, But these are both his teams, and he said, "I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Fuck it." But yeah, I think the Raptors are the play. I know Minnesota shows up here and there, but at home, man, come on, man. The Raptors, they didn't play very well against the Celtics too, against that bummy squad. They're 6-1 ATS last 7 versus the Western Conference, 8-2 straight up overall last 10, and 8-3 against the spread last 11. So I mean, they're a lot bigger, a lot taller than these boys. I just think I know Towns should be able to get his though. That's what worries me a little bit about this game. It does, but I think Van Fleet and Trent, they should have theirs. Now they've had their way in previous matches with the Wolves too, which is a big thing to me too. 16-1 straight up last 17 at home versus the Wolves. The Wolves are 1-5 ATS last 6 meetings versus these boys. 1-7 straight up last 8 meetings. 1-5 ATS last 6 versus the Atlantic Division overall. So when I look at it, this seems like a pretty short number here for the Raptors. But the Wolves can play up to anybody. But Barnes and these boys, they should get it done here. There's a lot of games on the card today that I actually like. This is one that I do like. Haven't pulled the trigger yet, but the only way I would be betting this game would be the Toronto Raptors.
And let's give a shout out to Thaddeus Young, who's actually been a nice deadline acquisition for the Raptors. He's given them a spark off the bench, had 12 points off the bench the other night against Boston, and they needed all 12 of those points to escape. And look, they're going to have to play a lot better tonight because they play like they did against Boston, which was their B squad the other night. They're going to have a tough time tonight against Minnesota. Skee, what about you here? T-Wolves, Raptors.
Nah, I'll let y'all have this game. This game has nothing for me.
All right, we got Miami, Boston, one of the marquee games of the night. Boston 5-point favorites at home, 213 the total in this game. It's hard. I'm not stepping in front of Boston, and I love Miami, and I was very, very happy to see them. I kind of right the ship the other night. Now, how much do we want to say they've fixed things? I mean, you just clowned the Sacramento Kings. How big of a deal is that? It's not like you were beating a great team. But it's at least a sign that Miami maybe has gotten through, these issues, that they've had with Spoelstra and Butler going at it and Spoelstra leaving the team for a game. And they all came back together for that Sacramento game, and they looked like the Heat again. Now, again, it was Sacramento. I've got to point that out. It was Sacramento. But still, that was a good sign for the Miami Heat that maybe they're ready to put these shenanigans that have taken place lately with them behind them and ready to get back to looking like the team that for the most of the season so far has been the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So that's why this is a fascinating game. I'm not going to really get in on it, but I still have a hard time going against Boston right now. They've been a covering machine. I do worry that Robert Williams' absence is going to matter tonight. When you're talking about the front court girth that Miami has, or it could be an issue tonight more than anything. But what we've seen from this Boston team is they've obviously got a better bench than we thought, because you're seeing Cornette and some of these guys the other night against the Raptors just go crazy shooting the basketball. So, it's just a Boston team. They're just rolling too much for me to step in their way. And I need to see Miami put more than a beat down against a hapless Sacramento team on the board before I'm going to step in and take them against one of the hottest teams going right now. So it would be Boston or nothing for me, but it's probably going to be nothing. Skee, how about you here? Heat, Celtics.
I feel like he just lost a few games, man. It's not no emergency. Like, they're okay. You know what I'm saying? I get it. They played a couple good teams in that span. I think it was Brooklyn and it was the Sixers or somebody else, and then I just get that people see them fighting in the stands and think oh, they don't like each other, this, that. That's what I mean. Stuff like that happens. Teams, players, they get over that.
Long season, yep.
And they want to end this season playing well. You see, they buried Sacramento in the last game. They got a lot easier schedule coming up to end the season. So I think it started there. And the Heat are a team, I think they're kind of the opposite of the Celtics, because all season long, it don't matter who's in the lineup for Miami. They just continue to chug along and win. Like, they're on top of the East right now. And for the Celtics, they were struggling early in the year because they just couldn't all be healthy at the same time. And when they all finally got healthy and started playing with that starting 5, the defense looked amazing and everything got better. They're playing the best basketball in the NBA the past couple months. Now, you take out Robert Williams again, I think he's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? They need him. They're 7-8 straight up without him. They're 5-10 against the spread without him. And the defense is just not as good. So the Heat, versus competition. Well, you talk about that pretty often. I think they're 12-6 straight up and against the
They
spread.
get up for the good games. Yep.
Yeah, and especially if they lost to that team last out, and that's their situation tonight. When it's like that, they're 6-1 straight up and against the spread, winning by 13.6 points per game. And that last time that they did lose to them, it was an ass whooping. They lost by like 30. So I think the Heat come to play tonight. And the only reason I didn't take them on the money line is because I have future positions on the Celtics and need them to keep winning as well. So if the Celtics could win by 1 or 2 or 3, I would be happy. But I'm on the Heat tonight.
Yeah, and look, credit to Spoelstra. He put Max Strus in the starting five the other night against Sacramento and put Duncan Robinson on the bench. Made a little change in his starting five, and it actually paid off. Spoelstra working his magic again. Team struggling, needs something to shake it up, adjusts his lineup, and look what happens. They go out there and they blow out Sacramento with Strus now in the starting five, and he's keeping that same starting five intact tonight. Obviously, you're not going to change a winning lineup. That's the old adage. So, not surprising to see that. Dutch, how about you here? Heat Celtics.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Mally Mile. Nuke Worker, I did get my luggage. I actually got it back Friday. It was in Nevada. I had my lady go swoop it, my guy. I appreciate you though. Net bets, I see you, my guy. Yeah, this game, man, I look the other way. I don't know. Ski, man. I don't know. I don't really agree with Miami. I don't know, man. I see you. I see what you're saying. And it could be a complete right side, but I don't know how you want to go up against the Celtics right now, the way they've been playing. I don't like that Robert Williams is out of the game, but man, Miami got to show me something. And beating Sacramento, that ain't it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That just ain't it. And the Celtics are good in this spot. And I don't believe Robert Williams. I mean, I like Robert Williams as a piece, but I mean, as long as they still got JB and of course Tatum, who's been playing the best basketball for a certain amount of time now than anybody in the NBA of late, definitely for a minute. As well as the Bulldog Marcus Smart, and then I like what Horford's been doing. They do have some key pieces to bring off the bench as well. But this is just a grinded out team. They're 5-0 ATS following last five following a loss. 5-0 ATS last five versus a winning team as well. They've been playing up to the competition. 7-3 overall the last 10. Miami's been an auto fade the other way, but I do believe it. This time, like we're talking about in San Antonio. It's like, are they going to get back to what they were? Because it's been like a week, maybe a couple weeks now, where they haven't been a team. I know they've only lost a couple games, but they haven't been a team that we can trust in the last, I'd say 10 to 10, almost 2 weeks now, especially when it comes to backing them against the spread. They're 1-7 ATS last 8, 0-4 ATS last 4 after a win, 0-4 ATS last 4 versus a team that's above 500 as well. So they just haven't been playing good basketball. They're 1-4 straight up last 5 overall. So I just don't see what there is in Miami. Maybe the problems were just, a little, fuss. Jimmy Butler, bipolar is a motherfucker, and Spoelstra, wasn't gonna get punked, I guess, So that probably took a couple days to go over with. But I got to see it before I believe it. So if I'm betting this game, it's gonna be the Leprechauns at home. Believe that.
Yeah, that's kind of my sentiment. Is that okay? You beat Sacramento to snap the little drought, but Sacramento ain't Boston. We'll see if they can follow it up tonight. What do you think, Wham?
Yeah, man, I'm only going towards the Boston Celtics. I'm right here with you guys. Number one in offense in the last 5 games. Number one in offensive effective field goal percentage in the last 5 games as well at 62%. I'm going to go with that team, bro. They're higher up there as well, top 3 in assist to turnover ratio. This team that we're talking about in Miami, they have been bad in that regard, bottom 5 in assist to turnover ratio in their last 5 games. So I think they may have a little bit more problems, bro, just than Jimmy Butler being bipolar. Who's going to be their offensive, catalyst if you're pinching guys trying to do things last minute? That may show some type of urgency that you're trying to show, in my opinion. So I think Miami is in a bad space. Yeah, like you guys said, Sacramento is not going to be a team now I'm going to measure anything on them. So especially you're tanking, probably looking for picks. Who knows what they're doing, what they're on? They're crazy, but neither here nor there. In that 5 game span, they did lose to that one Golden State team without all their guys. Pretty much showed that how bad this team really is. So I don't want anything to do with Miami. I think Boston is the spot here. I haven't bet that yet, but after talking to you guys, I think that is the play I'm going to be making after this.
Yeah, fascinating. That's why this game is interesting, because you're right. There can be cases for either of these two teams. One of the better matchups on the card tonight. Sacramento, Houston, not quite the same as in terms of being one of the better matchups. We got Sacramento 3-point road favorites, 230 the total. Who the fuck is betting this total under right now? I mean, I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, I can't believe it. 233.5 it opened, 229.5. I'm seeing that now at some spots. Neither of these teams play a lick of defense. We've known that all year. They play fast pace, both of them. You look at the two previous meetings this year, Sacramento versus Houston. Sacramento, by the way, over the total 5 of their last 6 games, 5-1 to the over their last 6. These teams played back-to-back games in January. The first game was 240 total points, 126, 114. Second game was 118, 112, 230. And that's this total, 229.5, 230. So if anything, them betting this thing down has given me more value to bet over. And like I said, I was on the over with Houston the other night against San Antonio. Game flew over the total. I see no reason why the under is such an appealing look here from the NBA betting markets, but not for me. It is. Skee, what do you think here? Kings, Rockets.
My bad. I've been trying to tuck myself into the Rockets since this morning, but I don't even think I don't think either team really wants to win, but I feel like the Rockies just been playing better. Last 5 game stats, Sacramento's bottom 10 in all the categories I care about. I don't love anything about their starting lineup. Damian Jones is terrible, and all the main guys are out. For Houston, I just have to lean Houston. They're playing better, and they're at the house catching points. There's nothing to really love about expecting Houston to win. Like +3 is expecting them to win, but gun in my head, that's what I play. I looked at Jalen Green. Well, I probably could tell you what's up.
Oh, yeah.
But I just thought 20.5 was, maybe they adjusted it too much. What you think, man?
They're warming. He's warming to the task, Jalen Green. He has been very good the last couple of weeks.
Right. Yeah, I'm right. I think they probably did adjust it a lot, man. We was at 17.5.
Yeah.
Now it's at 20.5. Come on, man. I might have to just hold the horses. But to be honest with you, he had 25 plus over the last few games, so he can still go over this 20.5. I wouldn't be surprised, especially this Sacramento King. We just talked about how bad we thought they were in comparison to the Miami game. So I don't think they're going to be changing or anything in this fucking game. So to be honest, I would think to go over here. I haven't bet this game yet because, like you said, my first thought was like, man, Jalen Green, I need to go back to the well. Look at the 20.5. I'm like, man, fuck. Like, let me hold the horses. I think he could get to 25, though. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. But in this game, I kind of want to stay away from it because I do like other action here later on. So I do kind of want to stay away from this game.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, Dutch, what do you think here?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Paulie Walnuts, DC Sports Breaks. I see my guy Nathan Sermon back in the building. Yeah, man. You know what this is? This is one of them Reggie Bush backwoods. We don't fuck with this shit. No. Especially after all that bullshit I was smoking in San Antonio.
Easy decision for Backwood here for Dutch with this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the?
I figured that would be the
There we go.
perfect candidate there, Sacramento and Houston.
And Skee, don't talk yourself into betting this game, please. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call 1-800-GAMBLER, right? Yeah.
Nah, just roll up a motherfucking plane and say fuck it is all you got to do.
Unless it's the over, which I do like in this game. All right, Atlanta and Oklahoma City. Atlanta, 12-point road favorites, 12.5, 229 the total. Boy, this is a OKC team that is just beyond depleted, beyond ravaged in terms of who's not playing for them right now. SGA's been shut down for the year. Lou Dort's shut down for the year. Trey Mann may not play tonight. Favors out. It's definitely a porous lineup right now for the Thunder. But can we trust Atlanta as double-digit road favorites? It's a legit question mark. They've not always been great in this role, and that's putting it mildly. However, they did cover against Indiana just a couple nights ago, 132-123. They continue to have issues at the defensive end of the floor, but as OKC got the personnel right now to take advantage of those defensive shortcomings for Atlanta, I'm not so sure. I'm very much tempted by Atlanta here, maybe in a first half full game split, because they really should win this one going away against, we're nearing G League status right now with this Oklahoma City roster at the moment, and Atlanta should take care of business against them, but I'm not so sure I'm ready to lay these kind of points here with Atlanta, so I'm going to end up staying off the game overall. What do you think here, Skee, Hawks, and Thunder?
Yeah, just remind me, what's the spread again, real quick?
12 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, OKC's been doing nothing but covering the past 2 weeks. They've covered every single game. So, and the Hawks don't even have a winning record on the road. So, just simple like that. I'm not laying 12 and a half with them. It'd have to be OKC on the spread. But, yeah, I guess that's all I got for this game. I ain't putting too much into this.
Nothing wrong with that. Nuke Worker, $10 dono. Thank you very much, my friend. Get that. Thank you very much, Nuke Worker. You're one of our.
I was about to say, Skee.
Nah, this is what it is. It's because they get excited at this time of year when you've got a lot of preseason bets like win totals and
That's right.
division bets. So I need Atlanta to win 4 of their next 7 games. So I'm getting excited about them finishing strong.
All right, well, they're gonna win this game, but can we not talk about it, please? Yeah,
they have covered Thunder, but they
Shout
are
out to our guy,
they are even more
Dizzle, man.
depleted
Great
now.
times out there
Shout out to
in SA,
Dizzle.
man. Hey, one of the real ones I met out there. Did you know what I'm saying? We got lost together, but hey, we made it through it, bro. We made it through it. A couple parking lot pinches, and we were on our way. But yeah, man, this is straight up fucking backwood. I don't want to talk about this game. I know, Wham
All right,
Bam, you talking about it, bro?
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna waste y'all time, bro. This is a backwood. Like you said, on the road they suck. These guys been covering. Why would I touch this?
All right, the game I will be at tonight, AT&T Center, San Antonio, Texas, Memphis, San Antonio, Memphis, 5.5-point road favorites, 234, the total in this one. I feel like I've got to fit in with the home folks, so for that reason, I'm taking San Antonio tonight. No, I do like San Antonio, but obviously it's for more than that reason. When you look at the spot for Memphis is rolling along, and what's been impressive about Memphis here is what they have done, both straight up and ATS wise, minus Jaw. They beat Milwaukee, crushed Golden State, crushed Indiana, beat Brooklyn, crushed Houston. I mean, it really has been just an incredible run that this team has put together without their star, John Morant. And it shows you this team's got a lot more versatility and balance than maybe some people give them credit for. But you've had multiple players stepping up. Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bane has been outstanding for Memphis during this time. But when you look at it here, I think this spot's a little bit dubious here for Memphis. They're coming off games against Milwaukee, Now, I know Golden State's struggling, but, it's still a marquee game. And you've got Phoenix on deck in your next game for the Memphis Grizzlies. And I get the sense this could be that spot where they just exhale a little bit, take a deep breath, maybe aren't nearly as sharp. And San Antonio is a home dog. Their numbers this year are pretty decent in terms of the home dog role this year. Remember, against the Jazz earlier this month, they were 5.5-point home dogs, and they actually won that game outright, 104-102. I think it's a good spot here for San Antonio, and it's a dubious one for Memphis. Kind of a sandwich. Milwaukee, Golden State, back-to-back wins, and your next game is Phoenix. Obviously, top team in the Western Conference right now. So this game could be that trap game, if you will, for the Memphis Grizzlies. And at some point, they've got to look human in one game without Ja. Maybe it's tonight. So we'll lean a little to San Antonio here, plus 5.5. The over as well, just because San Antonio is not a team I'm looking to bet unders with. That's for sure, with their pace and their more offense than defense. Skee, what do you think here, Grizz and Spurs?
Yeah, I had a lot of stats, and I lost them for my guy Brian Morris was shouting them out this morning. But Spurs, they've been allowing a lot of first quarter points, and Memphis, they're the best first quarter team in the league. I think they average a little bit more than 30. Even without John Morant, they averaging 30 plus in the first quarters. And the first quarter team total tonight was 29.5. So I thought that was a good bet. And I think, Spurs have good offense right now. They're playing well. Both teams playing up tempo. I think, Spurs can contribute too. So I also took the first quarter over. So double up on that for this game for me.
All right, there we go. Get in, get out type of game here for Skee with the Grizzlies and the Spurs. All right, Dutch, Memphis, San Antonio.
Yeah, man. Real quick, man. We got a bunch of lazy motherfuckers in here. We got excuses to be lazy, and we still show the fuck up. Damn near on time too. We got 400 in here. We got barely 100 motherfucking likes. Come on now, show some love. Hit the motherfucking like button. Like all these motherfuckers about to hit that game and have a motherfucking blast tonight. But hey, big shout out to our guy Razor. I see you in the chat, my dude. Good, very good seeing you again. Yeah, man, this game, I do want to give y'all a lot because everybody, y'all going to the game and shit, but ain't no way I'm betting against the motherfucking Grizzlies, you know. If I'm betting this game, it's going to be the motherfucking Grizzlies. But if you want to bet San Antonio, maybe, you know, do what everybody, bet Murray, man. Points, rebounds, and assists. Maybe even fuck around, get a triple-double.
Man,
That's what he does. You know, no?
No, I'm biased now. My bad.
Okay, yeah. But you know, and then you can look at Baines. I believe Ian touched on that, and I think Triple J will have a great game. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. You know, the way San Antonio goes, I ain't gonna lie to you, you might be in that bitch 2-3 overtimes. You know, that's the way it be in San Antonio. So I expect probably 150 points each. The over will hit tonight. Going to be a lot of action, a lot of props. Entertaining game for the fellas out there and the SA. But yeah, man, there's no way I'm betting against the Grizzlies. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, we got a good game tonight. You know, it would have been even better with Ja, but even without him, it's still a very entertaining game. There'll be a lot of points. The total's been bet up, and I agree, 231 to 234. Wham, Grizzlies and Spurs.
Yeah, man. This is going to be a great game, I believe, for sure. So you guys are going to witness something good. I believe it's going to be a lot of points as well. So looking towards the prop side, I'm just thinking Desmond Bain, like you mentioned, man. It's just been him cooking 22 points he's averaging over the last 6 games, about 46% from the season. You know what I'm saying? Shooting from 3. Definitely probably most improved candidate right there. Averaging 18, I believe, 18 points per game. Right now his total prop for Desmond Bain is at 21.5. So it's just about what he's been averaging over the last 6 games there. So I do like that look. Jared Jackson is questionable, though. So that's the reason why I haven't made a point here on Memphis yet. But as soon as he's announced in the lineup, I think he's going to be the defending presence that's going to be showing the difference for this game. And Jared Jackson Jr., bro, I mean, without Ja, you know, obviously their points in the paint has been different. They're not scoring at that same high rate there, but they're still in that type of category. If you can hold points in the paint, you should be able to beat this team. That's nowhere near the San Antonio Spurs all year, so I don't expect them to play any defense down low. I do expect them to not have second chance points. They have been averaging top 3 in second chance points over the last 6 games. This team in Memphis has been holding opponents to the top 3 points, the least amount of points in the last 5 games as well. So they've been doing that pretty much consistently all year. Jared Jackson Jr. is a big key in that about what he's been doing defending wise. So if he's in the lineup, I believe that Memphis does come out and just smash this team, cover the 5. That would be the play for me, but I got to wait until he gets announced in.
All right, we got New Orleans, Portland now next up. Pelicans, 14.5-point road favorites, 225 the total. This is not even a G League lineup right now for the Blazers. It is absolutely atrocious. I mean, what have we got here? We've got Brandon Williams, Keon Johnson, CJ Ellaby, Greg Brown, who may not even play tonight, Drew Eubanks. I mean, anybody that's any good's not playing for the Portland Trail Blazers. And I went back and looked. I was saying, is there any reason for me to lay it with the Pelicans? But I went and looked. They actually have a very good track record as a favorite. So when they've been laying points, they've actually done very well, New Orleans, when they're laying points. And to me, this is just a complete and utter mismatch. This is also C.J. McCollum's return to Portland tonight, and I think he wants to do serious damage. It's a no-brainer to take over points for him in this game. He wants to prove a point. He'll have a big night against this porous, pathetic Portland defense. They just don't stop anybody. I'm going to go ahead with New Orleans minus 8.5 first half and the minus 14. I think they kill this Portland team. I really do. Like, we've seen Portland lose by almost 20 points to Houston, you know, in recent games. If you're losing by like 20 points to Houston, you can lose by that to New Orleans, surely. So I think this is a rout, start to finish. I'll go Pelicans first half, Pelicans full game, and also C.J. McCollum over points in this one. Skee, what do you think here? Pelicans, Blazers.
Yeah, give me CJ points, man. He's averaging damn near 26, and they put it at 22.5. That's this motherfucking respectful. You got to take it.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I'm getting CJ points, and then I'm going to take Pelicans team total over 120 because, like you mentioned, Portland defense is just complete garbage. Their last 14 losses, and they definitely losing this game. They allowing 126.5 points per game. So I got to take both of them in this one. Pelicans team total over 120 and CJ over 22.5 points.
I mean, they lost by 17 to Houston, by 19 to Houston, and by 37 to San Antonio. This Portland team in recent games. I mean, that's not even the best teams in the NBA by any stretch of the imagination. So that I think this is going to get out of hand again for the Blazers, and of course they will be on the wrong end of it. Dutch, what do you think here, New Orleans and Portland?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy C-Mac. Held it down out there in San Antonio. Coin like and trifecta spot here for the motherfucking Pelicanos. Yeah, I think I could only look that way, but man, you know what I do. My man Jay Peasy said it best. It's a biggity biggity backwood. I can't bet this game, man. I can't do it.
Hey, I ate too many of them, Razor.
Yeah, I had a burger here too, and yeah, it was damn good, Razor. I know where you're coming from. I when I saw the ads, I was always like, man, I can't wait to finally try one of those, and it lived up to the hype. It really did. Burgers were great. Shout out
Yeah,
to
the grilled
Southpaw.
chicken sandwich was on point too. I can't lie.
Hey, the po' boy was hitting.
Oh boy, it
Yep.
was fire.
Yep.
The burger was
Quality food,
killer.
quality menu here at Southtown
Hey, the
number
one
one.
thing, the one thing that's within bounds was the grilled cheese. But I keep hearing Jimmy say, "Give me a grilled cheese." So I guess it can't
Oh
be that
love the grilled cheese.
bad,
He can't go more than like 3 hours without wanting a grilled cheese from this place. No doubt.
right?
Wham, what do you think here? New Orleans and Portland.
Yeah, you guys talked about it, man. Portland's just bad at defending, and they're bad at scoring as well. 48% effective field goal percentage over the last 5 games. Dead last in that regard. Dead last in net rating. Dead last in defensive rating, man. This is a bad team. Not even the G League team, like my guy Babeno said. And just give me the team that's at least top 10 in net rating over the last 5 games. And the Pelicans, I believe that they will cover this game. So this is a game that, like I always talk about, man, I'm up to be on the 14 and a half, 15. I probably don't even give it them. I think they win by double digits, 20, 30 points in this game against this B team. So especially they need the point. They need the camaraderie. They need to get that momentum started off for the playoffs, for the play-in game. So they're locked in. I think they will do that. So I like the Pelicans tonight. And I like that CJ McCollum prop as well. Shout out to my guy Skee. I like that prop for sure.
All right. Last game on the slate here, Golden State and Phoenix. We've got Phoenix 4.5-point road favorites, 221 the total. Money's coming in on Golden State. How about that? People interested here to take the Warriors. And, is it because in that loss to Memphis, Steve Kerr's finally losing it? Like he's been as calm and patient as can be during this rough stretch for the Warriors. And then he got ejected from the last game, and that's going to rally the team tonight. I mean, what is the reason for liking Golden State so much? Now, I know they're going to be, Klay Thompson's going to play. Draymond Green's going to be back tonight. Steph's still going to be out, though. Curry is not going to play for Golden State. But still, I mean, you look at this, Golden State to me is not a team I'm ready to back right now. Simple as that. And as far as Phoenix goes, I don't think they're going to rest on their laurels and say, oh, Golden State's struggling. We're not going to care about beating them. I think they're going to care about beating them. They know Golden State's been one of the class teams in this conference for the better part of the last decade. And by the way, they're just playing too well right now, and the price is too short. I mean, they're playing some outstanding basketball. Phoenix hands it to Philadelphia, beats down Denver, beats Minnesota, crushes Chicago. These are good basketball teams they're playing and they're beating, and they're winning these games with room to spare. Like, these aren't close games in the final minute or two. These are games they are winning comfortably right now. I love what I'm seeing from this Suns team. They're playing outstanding basketball. They're getting healthier now. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, the backcourt's intact. Bridges, Crowder, Ayton, still without Cam Johnson, but he's nearing a return, and he might even return tonight here for the Suns. So this is a one-line move I don't agree with in this one. So I would look at Phoenix here, -4.5 or nothing when it comes to this game. Wham, we'll start with you. Suns, Warriors.
Yeah, it's tough to go ahead and go against the Phoenix Suns here, but I kind of do want to do it here. I think Golden State try to even up the series here. Uh, I think that's something that's really important for them as far as seeding wise. If they are going to be pushing for that, if they have guys available, of course, that's going to be the difference. But neither here nor there. I think Chris Paul probably is the best bet though because he's pretty much getting a short number, 14 and a half points. He's probably going to be looked to having to score more. There may the gameplay maybe just stay isolate the guys around him. Lock in on the threes because that's kind of typically what they want to do. My fault, y'all got a call just random there. But for the most part, I do think that I want to tread lightly on fading the Suns towards the end of the season. So that's the only reason why I haven't bet the Warriors here. But I do think this is a trappy game here, man. Like I think the short number for Phoenix is telling me, they want you to bet Phoenix here. Maybe the Warriors is the spot here. One of the weird ass games that they be able to beat. Win out this game. And plus, we've seen this team beat the Heat, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have a crazy Jordan Poole game. Kuminga shows up, and those guys show up to their potential today.
Yeah, and Golden State's won the last 2 meetings against Phoenix. So maybe Phoenix does, for that reason, want to bring a little something here tonight. Dutch, what do you think here? Suns and Warriors.
Yeah, man. That's why they won't be overlooking this game because these motherfuckers beat them twice in December. So they'll be showing up tonight. And like I like to say, there's levels to this shit. And the Phoenix Suns are clearly better than the Warriors, bro. Come on now. Even with Steph Curry out there, the Suns are still a better motherfucking team. So what? Half-ass Klay Thompson's gonna come back and save the motherfucking day? It's not gonna happen, man. These motherfuckers, you mentioned they beat the Heat. I mean, I'm telling you, that ain't saying much lately, Wham Bam. And then also they lost to the motherfucking
Right.
who they lose to? They lost to the Wizards and the motherfucking Magic in the last week. Yeah, these Warriors. And they're coming off a 30-point ass whooping. And that's what they do. They don't only lose, they be losing by double digits too. And then we got the Suns. I mean, the Suns, they just play team basketball from point guard to the big man to the bench to the 8th man on the bench. I mean, Shaman, whoever you want, they're going to play big time basketball. McGee's out, so Bismack going to come in and smack him around a little bit, give you probably 8 and 8. Something like that off the bench. I mean, they're just too deep, too good of a basketball team not to thump these motherfuckers. I understand what you're saying. A little fuckery, a little skepticism with the line coming down. Like, oh, is some fuckery involved? Well, that's the only way we're not going to cash on the Phoenix Suns tonight. Believe that. I mean, the only way these motherfuckers don't run these motherfuckers out the gym is if we get fucked. But that can't happen. Believe it. But the Suns are 8-1 last 9 against the spread. 8-0 straight up. Just coming out when they go out, they win the motherfucking game. They're 5-1 ATS last 6 on the road, won the last 7 road games straight up. And the Warriors have been a fade, man. They haven't been playing good basketball. We've been talking about this for a little while now. They came back a little bit, and then they lost Steph. I mean, but these guys have been a fade for months now, to be honest. They're 1-6 ATS last 7 overall, 1-6 straight up in those games. They're 0-4 ATS last 4 on 1 day's rest, and 0-5 ATS after losing a game by 10 or more points. Touched on what I just touched on earlier about what I was speaking on, getting that ass whipped by Memphis. They still, after losing games by double digits, still come back and can't cover the spreads. So I don't see this being any different here. So, you see my man Skee wearing the hoodie for a motherfucking reason. Tell him about it, my guy.
Yeah, you already know. I wouldn't like nothing what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna talk shit because I know Wham not even about to bet the Golden State Warriors tonight. He was trying to pull something over there. He's not about to bet them, bro. Don't do it.
Yeah, he was going back and back, one fist to the other. I don't know, maybe.
Hey,
not after this.
I would challenge anybody to the only reasons I've heard for Golden State today, out of all the people I've talked to,
they clinched home court for the playoffs.
That's
there's
it.
Nothing to play for. But I think losing back to back to Golden State, they kind of want to be.
Yeah. And so whenever the Suns lose to anybody, they want to come back and whip their ass. They've all right. So Suns, they lost their last matchup. They're 13-1 straight up, 12-2 against the spread this season. They win by 14 points per game. They've won 8 games in a row. You pretty much just asking them to win the game tonight. Like, you really about to step in front of that? As bad as Golden State has been, they 1-6 straight up against the spread the last 2 weeks. They 3-9 straight up without Steph. I don't care how mad Steve Kerr get until Steph walk out the door and they start getting some rhythm. I'm not about to be looking at the Golden State Warriors. So I got to look at the Suns. They got more rest, 2 days to 1. I know. I tell you, favorites with more rest went 71.5% of the time since 1995. And Suns are 23-13 against the spread on the road. Why? Because you get a discount, just like you seeing tonight. Suns gonna whip that ass by double digits.
There we go. That's some confidence right
And
there.
I said I didn't want to step in front of the Suns. That's why I said I was half-assing.
That's Wham backing it up, backing
Y'all
it
just
up.
trying to make it seem, y'all just trying to make it seem
Yeah.
like I was
Yeah.
really endorsing y'all. I would
No,
be
I
betting
said
them
just
if
go
I had
both
free
ways.
play.
Like,
If I
wait,
had
do
free
I?
play,
No,
I'd do that.
You know.
Just,
It's all good.
All right.
It's all good. We're all allowed to state our cases with each game in any different way we want. It's all good. That's why it's the Pub Hub. It's a relaxed, chill environment. We appreciate everybody joining us. 378 live viewers. Hit the like button. Make sure you do that. We appreciate it very much. We'll be back with Best Bets and Dutch's Freshest Look coming up. And no longer do we have to wonder what the environment is like at Southtown 101, San Antonio, Texas. Great environment, great place to be. Food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke featuring yours truly on one of the nights. We appreciate their hospitality all week long here. And make sure when you're in San Antonio, you stop in at Southtown 101, San Antonio, Texas. Manscaped, promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product, 20% off, promo code PubSports. MyBookie.ag, NBA, Final Four, college basketball this weekend, NHL, MLB starting next week, UFC, Masters, golf right around the corner. Tons going on. Sign up for an account, MyBookie.ag. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit, MyBookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All right, Best Bets, Dutch's Freshest Look. To wrap it up, Wham, we'll start with you. What do you like for Best Bet?
Well, the Feds is watching, man. When we first gave this out, Darius Garland, double-double. It was at plus money. Now I'm seeing minus 105. So we'll just keep it at the current line, minus 105. Darius Garland, double-double. Hit 10 out of the last 13 games. 10 out of the last 13 games. Keep it going, man. Darius Garland, double-double.
All right, Darius Garland, double-double for Wham with his Best Bet. Dutch, what do you got for Freshest Look?
Yeah, man. Freshest Look. We're going to the beautiful state of California. And we're going to the Bay. And the sun will rise. Phoenix, -4. That's good money.
There you go. Phoenix Suns, -4, 4.5 for Dutch with his Freshest Look. Skee, what do you got for Best Bet?
Hey, I'm glad he gave it out. I could give out this one because not a lot of people believe in it. But 60% win teams when they lost their previous matchup by 30 or more, they are 90 and 76 straight up, 54.2% since 1995. You're getting points with the Miami Heat tonight. They're gonna win the game, bro. Take the Heat tonight.
All right, take the Heat. There you go. +5 against Boston for Skee with his Best Bet. My Best Bet, the game I'm going to be at tonight, I'm going to go with that over the total. 234, Memphis, San Antonio. I think we'll see plenty of points. I was on the Spurs over the other night. Been betting a lot of San Antonio overs lately. I think we get another one in the win column tonight. So Memphis, San Antonio over 234 for my best bet, and looking forward to being there at the game in a few hours from now. All right, great stuff on a Wednesday edition. No NBA Pub Hub tomorrow. We'll be taking the day off. I'm flying home. And there's only 5 games. So we'll take tomorrow off, and we'll be back on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for our next edition. And a big Friday card, as always, coming up in a couple of days. So join us on Friday for our next edition of the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. For Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Wednesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. One more time, thanks to Pub Sports Radio for the a great Pubapalooza event, for allowing me to use the studio all week long. This is my last show in this studio, so it's been a blast working here in the bunker, here at the Pub Sports Radio studio. So great stuff all week long. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way out. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll talk to you again on Friday for another edition of the NBA Pub Up right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, but I know you enjoy yourself at the game tonight, man, and safe travels. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Yo, salute to the real ones. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.